it's going to be Ken taking Martez in the jungle here, looking to focus on those objectives, work around all that CC thrown at him too. Trex, how you feeling about the draft?
I mean, I feel like Falcon finally getting some comfort picks, right? We saw the Martez, we saw how well Ken did on that in the head-to-head. We know they like the Natalia.
Yeah.
So it's just, now that it's match point, now that it's game 3, we have to throw some things to a side, put in a good composition, but also just get fun with it. Do the heroes that we want to do, that we know we play well with, and hopefully they can take us to a game 4 with it.
Well, we're going to find out here as we get a last look at both drafts. You can already hear the crowd getting charged up with the drums. Onic Esports charging up as well as we jump into a match point here. Onic Esports versus Falcon. Can Falcon Esports prolong the series here? They've got their work cut out for them, but let's see how they do.
Will Onic be able to redeem themselves from their last meetup with their X Factor? Or will the Falcons still remain the victors of the sky? The answer is going to be known here right now. As like we mentioned before, right? The problem is Onic Esports, they have a really, really good early game, but because Naomi is on the Natalia, they are going to be able to pressure in terms of that damage.
I mean, already, right? Look at this. Look how aggressive Kyrie is on the Hayabusa, right? He's bobbing and weaving everywhere. Justin,
oh, the flicker comes in. Kyrie goes down. First blood for the first game in 3. Falcon picking that up.
Hey, big pickup, right? I was going to go into the point that with this lineup from Falcon Esports specifically, if you can put a chokehold here on Kyrie, not allow him to snowball on this Hayabusa, that's the best case scenario for you in step 1.
Oh.
Blue buff still goes to Kyrie.
Yeah, he's still able to get that purple buff. So that's a small win for Onic Esports right now with the amount of pressure that's already been given onto them. But look at this. Naomi still opening up so much vision for his team. And Falcon going to be leading here in this early game.
This is tough because if you're Naomi, right, and you're trying to work around pretty much the poke that Onic Esports has, you do have execute available to you, right? But if you can find picks early on, especially with a high and dry, this should snowball Falcon Esports. Now, they already got a 1K gold lead. It's still too early in the game, though. But this lead is something that they can utilize and work around with really well, especially in just a couple seconds. First turtle's going to come up here. They should be in a good position. I mean, even for Ken, as he goes and gets his buffs, he just got his purple. You're going to see him transition now. So as long as no one goes down, Kyrie doesn't have that level 4 yet. It's safer if he just farms up, gives up that first turtle of the game, and works from there. So Falcon, obviously in a good position so far early game.
Right now, the lanes are important, right? I mean, we mentioned that mid side. Obviously, in that gold lane, the Irithel is going to have a little bit of an edge, especially until CW gets to level 4, which he now already is. But now, Falcon going to go pressure Sans here.
Most definitely, Feathered Airstrike does come back. Sans, Black Shoes back into it, but this should be the first turtle for the side of Falcon. It is Ken securing it, and as you said, I mean, Kyrie you don't have to force it. Yes, they're a little bit behind, but I think that maybe they feel confident enough to kind of surrender that over. But this time, Falcon is starting to get that snowball factor. We have seen how well Martez did in the past game when you get a kill early on, and this is what Falcon is going to keep on doing, pressuring in.
I think this is, again, best case scenario here. The question earlier was, hold on, Naomi.
Very, very low. Kyrie wants to find it, but Justin comes in the nick of time.
So, back to it, right? The question was, can Falcon Esports go for a reverse sweep? They're off to the right step, at least. Now in the bottom lane, putting pressure still here. Keyboy, though, to help CW, but Ken might be looking for a play.
Comes from the backside, locks on, but in comes the Circling Eagle. Keyboy does get onto Ken. Ken has enough CC, though, to stop it. Keyboy forced to flicker away. Justin and Zipex repositioning. Falcon not forcing, but Kyrie trying to find a little bit of play in the mid lane. Cannot do it onto Naomi there. Falcon seems to be controlling the map a bit now.
Naomi's having so much fun right now, right? He's been able to do so much for his team, and look at this, once again going in.
Finally gonna find it, possibly. Uses the execute. Kyrie goes down. That is 0-2 for Kyrie. A rough start for Onic.
Well, I mean, again, going back to it, the action's not done yet, correct?
Justin does use that Feathered Airstrike. Ken takes the tower. Keyboy forced to flicker away, and Falcon just continues to pressure in.
Wow, 2,800 gold lead here for Falcon here in the 4th minute. And that's a huge amount of gold taken by them. And very expected right now, even the matchup in the EXP lane that Grok should have won. per se. I mean, people like to say like Glue has been really overpowered, but Grok is able to just balance things out and even perhaps win that matchup. Even then, Yellow Flash is still dominating in that lane. And that was one of the keys to victory for Onic Esports. But in the mid side,
oh, a lot of damage on Sans there. Sans does use the black shoes to save himself. Kyrie trying to look for something, but the damage just isn't quite there yet. Does find Justin, actually. Wow. So a nice play. Even at 1, 2, and 0, still able to get those kills. Keyboy now trying to force the engage. Onyx just want their purple buff, but Falcon doesn't want to give it over just yet. Boots holding down the front side as Yellow Flash also re-engages, gets the immobilized onto Keyboy. Yellow Flash moving in, trying to get this all onto someone, trying to search. Falcon pushes the blue buff away. Ken picks it up, but Kyrie finds Zipex. In comes the crossbow of Tang, but not enough damage onto Yellow Flash just yet. Keyboy looking low, goes down. Ken finds it. Yellow Flash now trying to lock onto Boots here. Boots trying to get away, but just can't. The decimation comes in, and double kill happens for Ken. That is a 2-for-1 trade over the side of Falcon.
2-for-1 trade, but remember, Kyrie didn't have his retribution up, so perhaps Kyrie is going to be able to steal this buff, this turtle away from Ken because he was forced to use it earlier. But look at this, already going in once again.
Oh, Naomi's going to get away from that somehow, some way. And with that, this turtle should go to the side of Ken. It does. Kyrie forced to go back to base here.
This is spicy, right? I mean, Falcon Esports not letting up here, having a nice, comfortable lead. And this time, it's crazy. They're putting the focus on Kyrie, making it hard for him, but still, he's managed to pick up 2 kills, right? But objectively, gold-wise in economy, Ken's got control. He's even working on that orange buff now. Going to be able to grab that and still move around here. So Falcon Esports not letting up. Great position for this game here. And even, I mean, looking into these later team fights, Onic Esports really has to find their moments correctly, right? And that is going to be either on Boots here, or even if they can, bait out some ultimates using Sans Lilia with those black shoes and get out of there with Keyboy with that guiding wind. If they can, that could set themselves up, even despite that gold lead that Falcon Esports has.
This is the problem, right? Because when we're looking at the emblems, the Grok is actually Weapon Master, so he's definitely building for damage. And if he is building for damage, Onic Esports, they don't necessarily have someone to be able to soak in that initial damage that Falcon already has. I mean, look at this. Nobody is able to stop that aggression coming in from Falcon.
What I will say, though, is Onic is still trying to make some of these fights happen, and as we're talking about it, that airstrike comes down, CW goes down as well. Ken with the decimation on to Keyboy. That's a killing spree, ladies and gentlemen. Ken is on a roll, 3-0-1.
Solid choice, right? Falcon Esports, they know that they have this lead, right? They can punish Onic Esports where they want, and it's good that you pointed it out. You know, it's a Weapon Master here, emblem on Boots. Naomi, though, just going to say hi to Kyrie and goes back. But still, map control in favor for Falcon Esports. Now, the thing is, Weapon Mastery Grok, right? We've seen both side lane Groks, either high and dry Weapon Mastery. What works better? That's up to the team here. But now the onslaught in the mid lane, it might be Boots looking for a setup.
CW is going to be able to get that crossbow of Tang. Down goes Ken. Tries to lock onto Zipex. Does not get the finish, though, but still, it's a 1-for-0 trade. And even though Onic is back 3K gold, they're still taking these fights. They still are confident in their composition and their team skirmishes.
They need to be careful, right? Because as long as Zipex is still up and about, he already has Berserker Fury for all they care, right? So the penetration is there. You can feel the critical damage starting to hit as well, and that was perfectly timed before they went in for that team fight in that top side where CW got taken down. And if they keep this up, Falcon gonna have a better chance at snowballing into that late game, despite Boots being Weapon Master, and he also scales, but him compared to Zipex in the grand scheme of things, definitely Zipex is gonna win it out.
I mean, all Boots has to do is get one Holy Mary wild charge, right? If he can find that, and especially if he finds Zipex, that's gonna be crucial here because that's the target, right? Naomi, too, is something that they have to worry about, but now...
Oh, Ken taking a lot of damage. Crossbow of Tang does finish it off. Justin trying to find something here, uses that. Oh my God! Justin and Zipex annihilated with a beautiful wild charge. Boots will pay the price, but what a trade. This is going to give them a bit of advantage over this Lord. Falcon forced to readjust here.
Can I just say, that's what he had to do. He did it.
Most definitely, but now Yellow Flash maybe trying to salvage something, but he's all alone against the world right now. Kyrie, the Sky King, gonna be able to find this Lord as Falcon needs to think about it, but it's still not over yet, Eterna.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's crazy, right? Because usually when we're casting, it's the caster curse, but this is the exact opposite. Nice was like, this is what he needs. They get it, and the trade was so worth it, right? 1 for 2. Zipex being one of them, that's the only thing that Boots needs to do right now. And on top of that, the gold lead that Falcon had in that early game is now starting to go back and forth, and Onic Esports, they're coming back into the game, as Kyrie has also picked up that penetration item. See, you can see here, the Malefic Roar already taken Hunter Strike for additional movement speed. So he has what he needs in his kit. But once again, he needs to be careful, because if we look at Iritel, she also is building up to that third item. Berserker Fury already, Wind Talker as well, attack speed, crit, so scary. You need to be able to take him out if Onic Esports wants to stay relevant in this game.
You know what's going to be scary is when we see Boots get that BOD, right? He's almost to that blade of despair. As I said it, I'm on fire here. He picks it up, and also, you've also got that Wind of Nature available to you. So you can see just how confident Onic Esports here in looking for picks, looking for team fights. Now it's them that want to force these fights. Again, just minutes ago, Falcon Esports had what, a 3K, 4K gold lead at some point. Onic Esports completely flipping it around, and now they're in the driver's seat of this game.
And this is bad. Zipex will go down. Kyrie finds it. Gonna be able to move out. Naomi looking for Zons here. Can they finally get a kill? Naomi just not able to finish the job, and that has been the story so far. Naomi sitting at 1-0-4, having a bit of trouble, but the Lord is coming up to the top side right now. CW, Boots, and P-Boy want to try to hold down the front line as Yellow Flash and Ken want to defend. Lord does get stopped by the wall. They're going to try to stall here. A very nice play. Lord will connect onto this inhibitor soon. Justin used the feathered airstrike. CW can't engage just yet. They should be able to lock onto this Lord here. CW moving on, moving back. They took something, but not an inhibitor just yet. Naomi on the backside, gonna get found. Kyrie picks it up.
Wow.
Now onto the mid. They decide to possibly push here, but I think they're gonna readjust, eat up the jungle, and wait for Falcon to come out.
Man, just like that, I mean, again, it's a tough situation for Falcon Esports to be in here. Onic Esports still putting the pressure in the mid side. They might be looking to end the game here, but still, the defense from Falcon.
Hold on, here comes Kyrie. Sans also holding the line. CW does not want to let up. They want to move on to these towers more and more. They want to keep the pressure here. Onic moving back onto this orange buff. Maybe wanting to wait because Lord comes up in 20 seconds. In Falcon, it's match point and Lord up. Will they try to steal it?
You're right.
Tough to be in. I mean, Onic Esports, nice comfortable gold lead. Everything that just happened there in the past couple of minutes, quite back and forth here. Can Falcon Esports actually still contest this board?
That's the question. They need to be able to protect the Zipex, right? That's all you need. The damage is there already. She has her 4 items, but you need to be able to protect her. I mean, at this point, Zipex really needs that Wind of Nature to try and alleviate the pressure that Kyrie can possibly have. But there you go.
Kyrie moves on to Zipex here. Boots with the wild charge. Down Zipex goes. Justin forced to readjust, but Sans finds him anyways. Now Naomi's all alone. Can't connect on to Sans. Forced to try to dash. CW's not going to let that go.
No.
Yellow Flash may just be next. Caught in the middle of them all. Can't use the ult. Crossbow Tang goes down, and so does Yellow Flash. Ken all alone. Now they're going to move on to this tower. One wave coming down the mid. This is match point. Falcon on the ropes. Will Onic finish this here? Ken's going to try to clear these waves. Can he do it? Gonna try to make it, but I don't think they can. Ken goes down, and Onic takes the game. Some convictions are so strong, the world must break to hold them. And today, Falcon is part of that breaking. Falcon will move down to the lower bracket, and Onic Esports, GG, well played. You will move forward.
Today, Falcon's wings have been clipped by the King of the Skies themselves. A 3-0, so clean, so wonderful to see. As you're right, Falcon, they're gonna drop to the lower bracket, but remember, it's not gonna be an easy run for Onic Esports as well, because they are going to be either going against Echo or Todak, if I'm not mistaken. Team Hack, the Malaysian representative. So their journey is not over, but congratulations to Onic Esports from Indonesia.
Man, oh man, they had, I mean, the crowd, the buff was there. And who would have thought a sweep, right? I mean, it was a tough matchup for Falcon Esports, but still, even when they had this lead at one point in the game, it's like